guys, good morning. I noticed I'm shaking my little table, so hopefully it's not bothering you. Looks like I have my light a little bit better on it. It looks brighter. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing really well. Oh, woo-wee, woo-wee, woo-wee. I am close to finishing this snow on the bottom. Maybe I'll finish it today while I'm talking to y'all. That'd be fun. I'm still waking up. But I wanted to do this before Parker gets up, because it's easier for me. Because when he wakes up in the morning, you know, he has his little routine, and when I'm doing a video, it messes up his routine. So, alright, so let me get started here. I think I will start this way because I want to fill in this and then work my way up this way. So, let me get started here. I'm gonna, just to make sure it's secure, I'm actually gonna go this way. And then back up. And if you look at my back, you can see I got lazy right here and started carrying my threads. On this side, I was, oh no, what happened was last few days ago I noticed that I had left some stitches out along there. So I had to go in and I just did the lazy way. I carried my thread. Oh, maybe, yeah, you can see that. So I carried my threads. So sometimes I carry, sometimes I don't. Like on the borders, on these I did it one at a time, and then on these I was lazy and I carried here and I carried there. So it just depends on how I'm feeling. Okay, if y'all see pet hair, just ignore it, because Lord have mercy, Moses still shedding. I hope it's over soon. Oh, Stormy's doing so good. She's so cute. Her little personality's coming out. She's not that little sleepy kitten anymore. Make sure this is in frame. She definitely, her little personality's coming out. And she has her favorite spots she likes to go to. She has her favorite napping spots. She's starting to explore more of the house and finding things to play with, which of course is like our charging cords and things like that. And she has started knocking stuff off. She goes up. I have, in front of me, I have a TV tray, and I have, it's like a little bit bigger size TV tray. And that's what I use. I got it at Walmart. It was like $14.99. That's what I use to put my Holt stand on, and all my cross stitching supplies I put on that TV tray, like that you eat food off of. And she has figured out that she can come up, like, here's my beeswax. She comes up and she goes like that and knocks it over. So yeah, I foresee some frustration in my future as her, because here's the thing, I don't mind her knocking something off the floor, but then Mose wants to go eat it. So that's what I have to be careful about. If she knocks my thread in the floor, Mose will eat it. So yeah, it's funny because she's just like, she walks up to it and just goes pew. And it's just really cute. She gets into bed and she likes to snuggle up to Parker at night. And I just went in there a few minutes ago to check on him, and I was like, I wonder where she's at. And her little head popped up. She was right in front of his head, snuggled up. So it's a good thing he's not allergic to cats, because he loves them. He absolutely loves cats. He always has. Kiki was like a therapy pet for him, an unofficial therapy pet. And you know, he likes dogs too, but he has a different relationship with cats. Whenever he's upset or something, he has to go pet Kiki, and now it's Stormy. So if he's having trouble sleeping, he's like, I need the cat right now. I can't sleep without petting the cat. So we have to go find the cat. Yeah, when Kiki was a kitten, he was almost 2 years old, and I had my hands full. So I don't remember a lot about her being a kitten. I think she was, you know, left to her own devices a lot because I was busy with a toddler, and a special needs toddler at that. And now with Stormy, it's different because he's older, and I can give her a lot more attention. So I notice a lot more things with her than I did with Kiki. So it's fun. I'm happy she's joined our little family. My mom, her new aide got fired already. I think she had this one about a month. I don't know. Pretty sure I was talking about it with y'all when I first started these. So yeah, it's been about a month. The girl, she did a good job, but she missed a lot of work, so they fired her. So, it didn't have anything to do with my mom. They called my mom Monday, because my mom had texted me and she said she didn't show up for work, but she had actually texted my mom and told her she wouldn't be there and that she'd be there the next day. And then later that day, the company called my mom and said, you know, she missed too much work or whatever, and she would get a new aide. So, I think it was, let's see, what's today, Wednesday? Yeah. So yesterday her new aide came, and Mom said she was really nice. She's a grandmother, so she's a little bit older. She's younger than my mom, but she's, you know, she's more experienced. But here's the thing. This is the second aide that she's had that's, you know, at least my age or older, who's never used a vacuum before. Mom said she had to show her how to use the vacuum. I don't know what it is. Like, is it maybe a southern thing? I need to ask my husband. Like, do people not use vacuums down here or something? I'm like, I'm not going to flip this. I'm just going to kind of go back and forth. She said, yeah, she's never used a vacuum. I'm like, first of all, I can understand if you didn't have a vacuum in your family growing up. But this woman works with people for a living, so I guess she's never had a client that had a vacuum before? I don't know. I have no idea. That just blows my mind that somebody who helps clean for a living has never used a vacuum. So Mom showed her how to use it, and she said that she was a really good worker, and she was very friendly and very nice to Mom. And so we'll see. But yeah, never used a vacuum. It just blows my mind. So I hope it works out. I hate it for my mom so much, because she starts to get to know these people and build a bond with them, and then they're gone. So, of course, she has her favorite. Her name was Zakita, and she had Zakita for like 3 or 4 months, and she loved her so much. She made my mom like laugh all the time, and you know, she just really brought a lot of sunshine into my mom's day. And so when she lost her, it just broke her heart, and she hasn't found anybody since then that really. Now, she's liked a couple of them a lot, but you know, but I don't know. Hopefully it'll work out. So yesterday I pulled out Santa's Village, and we'll show y'all what I did. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek because it's right here in front of me. It's such a big piece of fabric. Okay, so when I do my floss tube, I'll show I took a picture after I started ripping it out I took a picture of how far I ripped. Basically, I started ripping this right here, and I got to about this point of the red, and it was so hard to get it all out. There's still fuzzies, that I just couldn't do it anymore. So what I did is I started, which the white on camera does not show up with this fabric. In person, it's just the right amount of pop for me. Because what I like about this pattern is I like the, and let me tell you what, Mrs. Claus's eyes look like, they look insane. My French knots are so bad. But when it's up on the mantle, nobody's going to see that. But I forgot what I was saying. Okay. Anyway, what I did is I went to the pattern and I stitched the white where it was supposed to be. Then I added 2 rows on top of that. So basically it's like this but with 2 extra rows. And then a couple spots I just added a little bit more. And then I left the house like, you know, kind of where it was. And then I added like a footer around the house, a brown footer, and then I added dark brown for like a walkway or steps or whatever you want to call that. And then I brought down the mailbox. So there's a post that goes up here that these letters attached to, so that'll have to be extended down. I may bring a little snow up there, I don't know. So that's how I fixed it, and it's fine. It doesn't look as crazy as I thought it was going to look in my head. I think it'll be fine when I get the whole thing done. So you can see my little marks from my friction pen. And these are in the wrong spot. I need to take my iron and fix those. But, yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy with that. So I have to add in this. I have to put this in here. I have to put a post in. And my snowflakes are not going to fit because I'm too close up here. So I'm just going to have a couple snowflakes in there. And then I can move on to my third, which is Poinsettia Place. So I'm happy with it. It turned out fine. It took me a long time to just pull this out and work on it because I was so frustrated. But I'm glad I did it yesterday. So, there you go. A little sneak peek. I've got about 4 new books from the library, so I'm excited about that. I need to get reading those because while I've got time to read. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to meet my friend and her kids at the splash pad, so I hope it works out. Because, let's see, what's today? They all start school back a week from tomorrow. A week from tomorrow. So then it's going to be really hard to hang out. It's going to be tough. We aren't starting school yet. I went back and forth on it, but I need more time to prepare, and I need time to do some more stuff around my house and stuff like that. So I'm not going to start that early. I'll probably start after Parker's birthday. That's kind of what I did last year. Let him have his birthday, recover from that, and then start like maybe the next week or something. I'm so close to getting this. I have a little bit of a migraine hangover today. If y'all haven't been watching me very long, this time last year I started getting migraines, and I'd only had a couple migraines in my life, so it was surprising because I went from having no migraines to having migraines almost every single day. And they tried all kinds of different medications. They've done some tests on me. They did like MRI, I did a sleep study, a CAT scan, all that, blood work, and you know, there was no finding from those tests that was saying this is why you're having migraines. So yeah, for many months last year and into 2021, I was having migraines. First it was about every day a week, then I went to like 5 days a week, then it was like about 2 weeks out of the month I was having them, so they were slowly going down, and I was still having them about half the time, and my doctor switched my medicine this spring, it was about April, and when she changed that medication, it helped so much. I don't have them very much anymore. And I got one last night for the first time in a while, and it really knocked me out. So I have a little bit of a, I don't know how, I just say migraine hangover, but what was hard is I have a lot of memory loss from those migraines. I don't know if it was the medication they had me on, but I've always been like really good at remembering like conversations and things like that, and it's like a huge hole from last August until this spring. There's a lot I can't remember, and my mom's like, don't you remember we talked about blah blah blah? I'm like, no mommy, I don't remember. She's like, I worry about you. And I'm like, it's that I'll tell you what medication I was on. It was tramadol, I think it's what it's called. And my stepmom warned me. She said, let me tell you what, I took tramadol and I had bad side effects. And I was like, well, that's what they're giving me, and I got, I need to try it. And she was right. Like, it really messed with my mind. And I just was like in a haze. And yeah, I have a lot of it's hard to explain. It's not that I didn't know what was going on. I just couldn't remember stuff. I couldn't remember conversations. I couldn't remember if, like, I was supposed to do something. My husband had to, like, really, I'm always the one that takes care of the bills, that does all that stuff, and, paperwork, phone calls, all that stuff. And I had to have a lot of help with that because I could not remember. I mean, like, something like paying the taxes on the car. Like, I couldn't remember. And then I couldn't remember if I did it. I couldn't remember, like, anything. And that's not like me at all. So I feel more like myself now. When they took me off that medicine, it was like a fog lifted. And it was a double blessing because not only mentally did I feel better, but I had less headaches when they changed my medication. So it wasn't even helping me that much. So this new medicine they have me on is a beta blocker, like for your heart, but it also helps with something about restricting your blood vessels or whatever to your head. And it's made a world of difference. So I know everybody's different, but it's really helped me with the migraines. So yeah. So hopefully I won't have another one for a while. I mean, it was like to the point before where I was the medicine that I took, my Imitrex for acute migraines, my insurance would only cover so many, and I was maxed out of that every month. And I haven't had to get a refill now pretty much in like 3 months because I just don't have them anymore. So I'm really glad. Really glad about that. Oh, I gotta close up this little gap. So I've been watching Big Brother, but I've missed a lot too because different things going on. But I have been keeping up with it because I haven't really been able to watch the live feeds very much. But I read the updates online. There's so many different places that have updates. And there's also a couple YouTube channels that will post clips of interesting things that happen. Like important conversations and funny stuff. So I've been keeping up with it. But I'm telling you what, it is a hot mess. When I watched the episode, was there 2 episodes? There was one Sunday. There'll be another one tonight. I was like, okay, that is not what happened. Because that's what happens every year. The episodes just do not show. The only thing the episodes show that is valuable to me is they show the diary room sessions, because people aren't always going to say exactly what they think. I gotta find my scissors. They aren't always going to say what they think when they're around everybody, but then when they go in the diary room, there's a pet hair, they say what they really think. I hope that's been in frame. So, that's been fun. I can't stand Frenchie. So, he's a mess. He is a mess. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just ignore me. But when I first saw Frenchie on the first episode, he won the first HOH. I was excited. I was like, oh, he's from Tennessee. That's so exciting. I love it. But then I saw him on the feeds and he's a mess. So, it's usually like that. You start seeing them more and you get tired of them. And you guys left me so many cool suggestions for YouTube channels when on my last floss tube I said, what do you guys watch on YouTube? And it has been so much fun reading all of the suggestions. And some of them I watch, like Garden Answer. And let me tell y'all something, okay? True confession time. I have a black thumb. I kill plants. Well, here's what happens. I just don't water them. I get excited about them like the first week or two I have them. And then I get excited about something else and I just kind of let my plants go. I've done this ever since I've been old enough to have my own plants. So I really just stopped getting them. Well, and what's funny is my best friend is a master gardener. She's like, you're ridiculous, because she does this for a living. She does gardens and landscaping for these really like fancy houses in her city where she lives, and she's always posting pictures and all this stuff, and she knows all about it. And I'm like, I can't keep a single plant alive. But so last year when we were in shutdown and we were all stuck at home, my husband and I went and got flowers and we did all that, and I planted a bunch of flowers and I got excited, and I did a really good job taking care of them because we were on lockdown. So I was home, couldn't do anything. I was really focused on it, and I did pretty well with my flowers. Now, there was some times they got a little dried out and I had to go back and water them, but I did really good. And you know, people were like, oh, your flowers look really good, Crystal, you know. And the florist who we got our flowers from in town, he was like, you're doing a good job, because he knows I'm a plant killer. So anyway, this year I did the same thing. Got my flowers, planted them, go out there and water them, deadhead them, do whatever I had to do. But then little Miss Stormy came along, and I was feeding Miss Stormy every 2.5 to 3 hours and taking care of her. And guess what happened? I killed all my flowers. They didn't get watered. My husband tried to water them a couple times when he came home from work. And he was like, your plants are dying. I'm like, I know, but I got Stormy. So, the ones in the ground are fine. They need weeded, but they're fine because I guess their root system or whatever, they've got enough water. But my flowers in pots are so bad. My zinnias are dead, dead, dead. I have one pot of zinnias that is like, they look like they have been just blasted by the sun. I mean, they are bad. I have another pot that has a little bit of zinnias in it, and it's only halfway dead. That one I might be able to save. And I have some Gervais daisies that are, they're rough now. I could bring those back. I probably need to go do that today since I'm talking about it. I could bring the daisies back. I have some, and I have another flower, and I call them begonias. They're not begonias. There's something else, but I keep accidentally calling begonias. Those I think can bring back, but the zinnias I have flat out murdered my zinnias. So, yeah. Bad. But I do like watching Garden Answer. I like watching Laura. I mean, their property's so beautiful. I still enjoy watching that and learning what she has to say. It's just not my thing, I guess. If it was up to me, I would just, I don't know what I'd do. If it was up to me, I'd be like super rich and I would hire somebody like my best friend to do it for me. But that's not reality. I'll be like one of these people that just put silk flowers. Have you ever seen that? People that just put silk flowers outside. I've seen that a lot. Oh, my neighbor, she's like, I don't know how old she is, but I would guess she is around 90. Give or take. She might be a little under 90. She might be a little over 90. But she has the most beautiful flowers. She starts working on them really early. As soon as it's nice outside and the frost is over, she's out there. And she uses a cane. And she just goes like little bit by little bit. And she fixes all her pots, all her soil, all her beds. I've seen her out there moving little rocks around. And that, she loves it. That keeps her happy. And her flowers are beautiful. She puts my yard to shame. She's kind of like catty corner. She's not across the street from me. She's like diagonally. She has beautiful, beautiful flowers. She has roses. I have this one rose bush that when we bought this house, it had these 2 rose bushes in front of it. And they were kind of scraggly, and I always hated those roses. I don't know. I just never liked them. And my husband wouldn't let me get rid of them. He's like, no, leave them. I'm like, I don't like them. And they had disease, like the leaves, you could tell they had some kind of disease, and the flowers, it'd bloom like one pretty flower, and the rest of them would have like brown spots or something stupid like that. Anyway, I've always hated this thing. Well, finally, I said, I'm going to cut the thing down. I didn't pull it up by the root to cut the thing down. Well, it grew back. So then last year, when we were planting our little flower beds, I said, get rid of those roses. I'm going to put something else there. I hate them. Get rid of them. Well, my husband refused to, like, just let them die. So he replanted them. And I'm not going to lie, y'all, I didn't want them roses to come back. I was working against those roses. I hated them that much. They just felt creepy to me. I don't know. I just didn't like them. Hang on a second. I'm going to drink coffee. So he just moved them over. We didn't even really take care of them. Them daggone things came right back. And you know what? They put out the prettiest roses this week. All of a sudden, I have like 5 pink blooms. So, I kind of feel like they're haunted. like whoever planted them originally is like never gonna let me not have the roses. They're like, you better leave my roses, or I'm going to haunt you. They just feel like they were like planted by the original people who built this house. So, my house used to be a doctor's office. It's a really small house. It was built in the 1940s, and that's what everybody told us is that. Because you can kind of tell, because it didn't originally have a kitchen. The kitchen is kind of like a little add-on to the side of the house, and it was a little doctor's office. So, and there's my bedroom has a second door. It's kind of like a side door with steps, and I guess that's why, because there was like the front door probably to the main office part, and then the side door to probably his office or something. But it doesn't look like a doctor's office. It looks like a house. I mean, it just looks like a little 2-bedroom house. We have a dining room, 2 bedrooms, 1 little bathroom. But, so that's what it was first. And then people have lived here, so I bet I'm way past my time. I have really rambled today. Oh yeah, 30 minutes. Oh, thank y'all for joining me. This is like my therapy hour. Y'all giving me free therapy. So I thought I'd finish this today, but I guess I was yapping so much, and also showed you my Santa's Village that I didn't get it done. But I'll finish this floss after I stop this video. So I hope y'all have a great day. I am gonna do a whip parade, so I might do that later today. If not, I'll have to do it next week. So we'll see how the day goes. But I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll be catching up with you when I do my floss tip on Friday. Bye.